Welcome to Kari's Conscious Living. Are you ready to meditate with Kari? Make sure that you're laying down and you're still and you're quiet. It's time to let go of your day and completely relax your body and get sleepy and snuggly. Emmy was already sleepy and snuggly in her bed. She'd had a long day at school and it was time to read her book. She was reading one of her favourite books all about marine life. It was quite fair to say that Emmy was really a big fan of marine life. She especially loved dolphins. She was reading her book and she was getting very tired. Her eyes were getting heavy. She was super comfy. Her bed was nice and warm. She decided it was time to go to sleep. So she put her book down, closed her eyes, and it didn't take very long at all before she was fast asleep. Within just a few moments, she found herself swimming in the ocean. The water was clear, crystal clear. There were fish and crabs and octopuses and jellyfish, turtles, all swimming around in the deep blue sea. She looked back at herself and realized she wasn't Emry, the little girl. She was Emry, a dolphin. And she was gliding through the water so easily, rippling her tail, splashing through the ocean, smiling at everyone she passed. And all of the creatures down there seemed to know exactly who she was. She was just swimming by, and a group of crabs. One of the crabs was called Henry. He shouted, "Hey, Emry, how you doing?" And Emry was like, "Fine, Henry. Have a good day." She kept on swimming. She swam across a big group of jellyfish. And one of her friends, Miles, the jellyfish, said, "Hey, Emry, you go. Go do your thing today." Emry said, "I sure will, Miles." But then in her mind, she didn't really know what he meant. She kept on swimming and then she swam past Sally. Sally was a big shark. Sally said, "How are you going to clean the ocean today, Emry?" Emry said, "We'll see." And she kept on swimming. She didn't know what everyone was talking about. But then, as she kept swimming, and she got deeper and deeper into the dream, she became more Emry the Dolphin, and she started to realize what all the other creatures were talking about. She felt very passionate about the things floating in the ocean. The closer she got to the surface, there were plastic bottles, there were flip-flops, toothpaste caps, you name it, all sorts of plastic items, plastic bags, floating in the top of the ocean. It was not okay. What she realized that she'd been doing was the only thing that she could do from the ocean, and that was to talk to the surfers. Whenever there were a group of surfers, Emry would go up to the surface and push on their boards and play around with them and have fun with them, but then she would eventually get the subject around to the fact people needed to stop littering the ocean. All of the surfers knew Emry by this time, and they all did their best to do their part to spread the word on land to not litter. There was one day when there was a different person in the ocean. She'd never met him before. As she went over to swim to play with his board and introduce herself, she happened to catch him just throw a piece of litter in the ocean from a protein bar that he was eating. She introduced herself. "My name's Emry. And what you just did was not cool. There's lots of animals that live here in the ocean, and you throwing litter in the ocean could damage them or hurt them. You have to think about what you're doing. Think about your actions. The surfer scratched on his chin and looked at Emry and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even think about it." Emry said, "That's the problem. Most people don't even think about it. But I'm here to defend the ocean. I'm here to speak for the animals and the creatures. And I'm telling you, don't litter." Emry was a very sweet dolphin. She was very kind, and she was very, very smart, and she was never mean to anybody. But she had this great way of speaking up for the animals and speaking up for the ocean and speaking up for herself. She needed to keep everyone safe. She was always really polite about it. She never was mean when she spoke up for herself, or the ocean, or the other creatures. She always said it in a nice way so that people could understand exactly what she meant, but still, she was firm and she always got the message across. All the other creatures relied on Emry to stand up for them because some of the creatures were very, very shy and they didn't speak up when they needed to. Emry was very, very good at it because she was so sweet and because she was so kind. The special thing about Emry also was that she was empathic. That means she had the ability to just tune in to all the other creatures around her and feel exactly how they were feeling. Like if Henry the crab was sad one day, Emry would know exactly how to cheer him up. And if Miles the jellyfish was all anxious or nervous about something, Emry would know what to do to calm him down. She was like one of the most amazing dolphins you could ever meet. One of the things that she loved to do in the ocean was tickle the coral. She always knew when the coral needed to be tickled. She would swim down really deep down to the coral and she'd listen to exactly what they were saying as they were swaying in the water. And she would run her nose through them or tickle them with her tail or tickle them with her fin, very, very gently so she didn't hurt the coral. And they would all respond and move and sway with the water. Sometimes she would play with the baby turtles and she did this thing where she would spin really, really, really fast and create a vortex like a whirlpool in the water. And all the turtles would spin around it like they were at some kind of wave park or wave pool. It was really awesome. They loved it. Everyone knew and loved Emry the dolphin. The next morning, when Emry woke up, she remembered everything about that dream. She remembered how she was kind of like a pioneer, and she spoke up for people. She spoke up for things that would matter to help the planet. What she remembered mostly about the dream was how good it was to be able to just say what she needed to say in a very nice way, in a very loving way, just like Emry the dolphin. But at the same time, she could stand up for herself. She liked that part of being a dolphin. Also, being a dolphin, Emry was full of confidence, and everyone liked her, and she knew exactly what to do for everyone. So the next day, when Emry was herself, she decided to take on all the qualities of Emry the dolphin. She would be confident. She would be comfortable speaking her mind. She would be comfortable standing up for herself or her friends or anyone that needed help. She would be comfortable doing good things for the planet and doing good things for other people. She would have fun playing and laughing and just being all around a nice little girl for everyone that she knew, just like Emry the dolphin. At school, she had plenty of opportunities to very nicely say no or speak up for herself or say whatever she needed to say. She had plenty of opportunities to play and have fun and do lots of cool things with her friends. She had opportunities to be empathic like she was when she was a dolphin and just feel everyone around her. And maybe be supportive if she needed to be supportive, or loving if she needed to be loving, or kind if she needed to be kind. What Emry, the little girl, didn't realise was she was already all of those things that Emry the dolphin was. She had that magical dream so that Emry the dolphin could show her exactly who she really was. She was smart, she was kind, she was very empathic and loving and sweet. She was also brave and confident, and she could speak up for herself and others. All of those things were qualities that she had. She maybe just didn't realize. Many nights, Emmy would lay in her bed and read her marine book, just preparing herself to have her magical dolphin dreams. She would start to feel like a dolphin, start to get tingles, start to feel full of joy and happiness, start to get that big smile on your face just like a dolphin has. And then by the time she would close her eyes and go to sleep, she'd be Emry the dolphin once again, saying hello to Henry the crab and Miles the jellyfish and Sally the shark, playing with the turtles and helping the coral reef to grow and be healthy, keeping the oceans clean, and being bestest friends with all the surfers. So many nights, she would go to this magical ocean in her dreams. All she had to do was close her eyes, relax her body, start to let go of her day, really get comfortable and warm and sleepy. The little toes would start to relax and tingle, maybe just a little bit of a tingle. The legs would get heavy and relax. Her body, arms, head, her entire body would relax so much that all of a sudden she'd be there, deep down in the blue ocean, swimming through the sea, gliding through the water, moving her dolphin body so it was so easy and effortless, moving her tail back and forth, just gliding so fast through the waves. Emry loved being a dolphin. It felt so natural. She would just swim and swim and swim all night long.